Okay, maybe this is gonna be part 3. Could be 2, but part 3. I don't know what's going on. This thing keeps going out. Hopefully, I fixed it. Okay. Yeah. So heat to make something hot. Okay. Perfume with incense. Something incense. Perfume, especially with a censer. Perfume. Perfume. Make furious. Substance that produces a fragrance or a fragrant odor when burned. A pleasing scent produced when incense is burned. To shine is a related, canned is a related entry, and it says to shine. This is making me think about that brightest star. A censer, a vessel used for burning incense before an altar. Okay. So again, you can do your own, view on that. I'm kind of just like have my phone that's recording. I have my phone and I'm looking at etymology, and I have the Bible here, and I'm just trying to, put it together. But it always works. I mean, I think it's always beneficial for everybody to do it on their own, because as you take in this information, as you see it with your own eyes, it does something, and it just helps you see other things. Things just start coming to you, because again, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And it just so happened that in this time, or in that time, was that a living God that was, connected to one of these vessels. Because it's making me think about Venus again. Like I said, when it and not just the nature of what we hear when we're talking about Venus. It's just a visual. I'm having a visual, like I said, of the clay figurines. Okay. And then they're having something to do with the part of the brain, and then a connection to higher self. It's just, I don't know. I'm probably going to do a video on that separately, just because I feel like when you do certain things like that and just put it out like that, it's like, oh, like an aha moment, because everybody has a way of explaining and all these professional terms and everything like this. But again, visuals are very strong for me. So it says, he counts it the same as though they blessed an idol. Wow. I will send great troubles upon them, all the things they feared. For when I called them, they refused to answer. And when I spoke to them, they would not hear. Instead, they did wrong before my eyes and chose what they knew I despised. Hear the words of God, all of you who fear him. Okay. Again, or her. Again. Or even I see intertwining of, right? So again, I'm not trying to tell you either one. I'm not here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. Okay. All of you who fear him and tremble at his words. Again, same thing, him or her. Your brethren hate you and cast you out for being loyal to my name. Okay. Glory to God, they scoff. Be happy in the Lord. Wow. Wow. And again, this is just making me think like even how it's saying glory to God, glory to God. It's almost like like a scoffing, like glory to God, really? And then it says, be happy in the Lord. Like, what do you mean you're giving your glory to God? Just be happy with the Lord. But I feel like in a sense, the Lord may be representing one aspect of that, which is Elohim, meaning plural or more, like multiplied in a sense. But again, In a sense, I'm still, and I'm not even I can't front. I'm just saying what it say. But right now, it's also making me think, is this a form of a hijack? Because are we talking about the God of this world, or are we talking about the all? Because then, if we have to define it as the God that created the heavens and earth, which other God created what? What did the other God do? Why do we have to define it in that way? Was there just a God that created just earth before? And then again, that would be prehistoric, pre-colonial, pre-Adamic. You know what I'm saying? Like the Genesis, like in the beginning, when God began creating, which one of my Bible says, the earth was first, a chaotic mass, a vapor, or something. And again, think about that. And then we go later on to say that there was not a man to reign on the earth. And they say RAIN, but I think we're talking reign. REG. How do you spell it? Reign, like a reigning king. REIGN. It's either you can mix the E and the I. I can't, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of them words for me. So we're talking about the reigning of, or gaining control of, or mounting, or siring on. Again, America, the soil. Which again, we're talking sometimes, in some instances, the offspring of the earth. So again, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the youth, or the young ruling, you know what I'm saying, the creator, or that, you see what I'm saying? Because again, from those particular autochthonous races is how everything else was formed. And you'll see, if you do those terms, I have one video that I already did on so-called race, okay, or different groups, and we broke down native, indigenous, aboriginal, autochthonous. We broke them all down. I just did the whole video just to break it all down, to just show us what etymology, what we're really talking about here, okay? And some of these groups are offspring of. They are not the actual soil. But the further you go back, you'll see that it has something to do with the soil, okay? So, and that doesn't, excuse me, and that doesn't mean that is to make anyone feel lesser. Again, right now we're at a point where it is what it is. It's just to show the storyline so we can put this thing together so you can understand. That's it. No more lack of knowledge. Again, there's going to be something that's going to be triggered within us that is going to change this. Again, it's just what Source is doing. But again, with this book, you have to just, again, for me, I have to just really take my time with it. And I have to use discernment in other ways that are being bestowed upon me with Source to see. That's just it. Okay? And then it says, be happy in the Lord, but they shall be put to shame. Okay? What is all the commotion in the city? Again, breakdown city. What is that terrible noise from the temple? Okay? So again, when I'm looking at a sense of an energy that is over us, I think Great Spirit or the Father. You know what I'm saying? So in my way, there is a sense of there being a Great Spirit energy over us, but it's a collective stronghold or something, right? But again, when it came to and maybe that was just like the strength even of the nation, okay? But the actual woman being that which was like also a part of strategizing and using her intuition and her gifts and these things to help build those nations. So it's just kind of like a equal yoking or something, it feels like, of that. And it feels like the world or society has tried to tear that apart and make us worship other entities and energies. But again, like I said, there's nothing wrong in general with, oh my goodness. I'm going to stop because that's a touchy subject. I'm just saying, you can't have one without the other. We can't put a hold on this type of thing, again, unless we're dealing with a different God that is not of nature, right? And then go ahead and shut, again, like I said, the war on the womb. How are we going to do that? Because then you're letting something else, like maybe tech or something foreign or alien, come in, and then again, what are we talking about then? What is all the commotion in the city? Okay, in this temple, but be ye glad and rejoice forever in that which I created. Okay, so again, this is saying something about that which I created. Okay, for behold, I create Jerusalem a rejoicing, and her people a joy, and I will. Hold on. Okay. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and joy in my people, and the voice of weeping shall be no more heard in her, nor the voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant of days, nor an old man that hath not filled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. And they shall build houses, and the inhabitants of them, and they shall plant vineyards, and eat the fruit of them. You know, and you know what just came to my mind? I don't know why, but again, I just started to. Excuse me. This is just something that's just the way it goes on. You know, just the way I see, and that movie. I don't know why. The movie with what's his name? Goodness. Eddie Murphy. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something about him being in somebody's head or something. I don't know if it had something to do with Ed or something. I don't know. But it was something. Yeah, it had something to do with that. A mind. Like something like that. I don't know. And then even when I thought something just came, Star Wars, and the Force being within. You know, whenever I look at that show for some reason, and I don't know why I can't, I can watch it a little bit, but really, I don't get all the way into it. But every time I see them in their little spaceship or whatever, it just makes me think about inside of somebody's head. The same thing, like that movie. Like there's a whole thing going on within the minds or in the head or something. I don't know. It's just a weird, like that. I just saw a vision of that just came in. Again, and this is making me think of also, because it says plant vineyards. So it's also making me think about alterations, again, of the mind or even AI in a sense, and it's just making me think of resting souls, like resting with, like how we say our ancestors are with us to a certain extent, right? It just makes me think about something about souls. And again, some of them may not be at rest. And so again, that's why I'm feeling like, we have to go through this whole ascension and this cleansing. Because again, not every, ancestor was the best. Like, and again, so when we have people coming in and we speak of these things, I'm just saying that we just should be paying attention. I don't know. Okay. Okay, days. Wait. Okay, I'm about to go back to bed after this. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people. And again, I'm feeling family tree here. Like we just talked about earlier. And mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. Okay, so again, now this, in Enoch, it was saying that some people can be cursed by the work of their hands. And in here, it's saying that these people are going to enjoy the work of their hands. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth for trouble. Okay. For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, and their offering with them, and their offspring with them. Okay. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb, not again. So again, this makes me think about, like, even when I be telling y'all about, like, sometimes it feels like, something is being answered as you're speaking, or as we're speaking these things. Again, we're being in tune, and certain downloads are coming in. So it's almost even in a sense where, it's not going to be everybody. Like, everybody can't be there. Everybody can't be connected. But again, there's many called, but few are chosen, or the gate is narrow. Like, looking at it in that sense, right? But that doesn't mean everybody else doesn't get to live. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they don't get to thrive. It just means that these elect or these select is going to have some kind of connect. And so maybe when we say, oh, you think, when, atheists or other people will say, oh, you think God can hear you out of all these people? Well, now that I look at it like this, well, hey, everybody not really looking for him. So, and since we're talking about the exalted or the elect in this sense, then there's not that many. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? There's a way that we could be tapped in, right? And again, this is why some of us feel like we're being watched or seen in a certain sense as well. So again, that's why I say I try not to look at things as good or bad. It's just lessons learned. Okay. Yeah. Speaking, I will hear. The wolf and the lamb shall, but I still think it has something to do with technology. I still think it has something to do with the phones. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and the dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, saith the Lord. Okay. So again, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. My throat is really hurting. I guess I've been talking for a long time. I'm very tired. Can't even keep my eyes open. So I'm going to go ahead and take me a little nap real quick. And then we'll come back and then get into what I really wanted to get into. Okay. Yeah, so was that still, yeah, that was still 65 actually. So yeah, when I wake up, I'm gonna do 66, and then we're gonna go ahead and go into the other one, and then I got stuff to do. But look at it. Gratitude and grand rising. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained for more information. Again, alternative information, past, present, and future. Bye.